101.3. Today is Wednesday, the day that the Lord has made for dear Bunmi. And I have my guest, Mrs. Funke Kuyoro. She is here. Morning.
Good morning.
Are you ready for me? Am I ready for you?
Well,
Okay. All right. We'll have fun. So we'll take a short commercial break. Okay? We'll take a short commercial break. And after that, I will deal with this lady here.
everybody knows you bully me.
I will bully you. Stand by. All right.
My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Donatusu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Spread the message, not the virus. Visit wearit4.me. My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Donatusu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Spread the message, not the virus. Visit wearit4.me. My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Donatusu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Spread the message, not the virus. Visit wearit4.me.
You're listening to Jimi Disu, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, you're welcome back to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. And like I said, today is Wednesday. I have Mrs. Funke Kuyoro here. From your name, it looks like you're from Ogun State.
Yes, I am.
Did you hear my comments this morning
Yes,
about
I did.
The governor making that gentleman the youth ambassador?
I did.
Well, as an indigene, how do you feel? And a mother of four.
Well, what really spoke to me was the fact that we have much better things that you can make an example out of. I don't watch Big Brother because I just feel it's a waste of my time to sit down and be watching somebody doing something in their rooms.
But apparently your governor spent a lot of time watching it. Maybe that's why the PDP said that he was missing in action for a while.
After Big Brother.
I came out with a beard. Yeah, so I mean, I of course, you heard my comments this morning.
Yes, I did.
I found it in Baptist wrong example to set. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a matter of choice if you like it or not. And there's no law against it. It's not. But when you say you want an ambassador for the youth, you want the youth to emulate. I mean, you want to put the youth on what I would call a path of development.
Yeah, you said something this morning that there are people who have made first class who he could have made ambassadors.
Honestly,
that really spoke to me this morning.
people who have achieved quite a lot. I mean, I mean, I'm sorry to go personal, but your first daughter got a first, wasn't it, from an American?
Yes, and she wasn't made an ambassador.
She wasn't made an ambassador. She got the first from an American university,
British
university. And I know that they moved her from bachelor's to master's. These are the things that God bless the late Awolowo, who is the more or less, like, I don't want to use the spiritual head or whatever, of Ogun State itself. Academic, that's what. And he kept talking about how during the game the guy put up some Omoluabi thing. Omoluabi, for us, there was something they called Iyi back in Yoruba land for you to excel. in not in games. I mean, I don't mean sports, but not in games, but in things. Because you see, the essence, the unfortunate side of it all is that now you're going to be encouraging Ogun youth rather than face their lives, develop
their
themselves,
future.
and their future. They'll be playing kalo and all these things, wanting to be rich. And then the guy who already won 75 million out of the meager resources of the state, you gave him 5
Another
million.
5 million.
You're owing pensioners, you're doing all that, you give him 5 million. And I think, you see, when we want to vote for people, I had my suspicions about this gentleman, I'm sorry to say, when the issue of whether he went to Ife came up, and it's on YouTube, you can see it, when he was asked a straightforward question, did you graduate or didn't you? Once you have, for me, if things don't come out too well about you, it's a character flaw and doesn't provide for good leadership. Dapo Abiodun needs to change his game. He needs to realize that public office is not about winning votes. It's about laying a legacy. That is what is missing in leadership in our country. It's about laying a legacy. Awolowo has been dead now, how many years now? Zainab, I think it was, by the time he died, you were not born. But you know who Awolowo is? He wasn't a footballer. You know, and look at the legacy he left behind. Our leaders need to imbibe that, to know that it's all about legacy, all about, you know, not so much about being popular. If I were a leader, I don't want to be popular, but I want to know that I left a very good legacy. And there's a bit of deceit in it by our elite. We hail these boys to do all these things, but we don't put our own children forward.
That I don't agree with you. The children are adults. I'm sure anybody going into Big Brother must be over 18. But so you can't force anybody.
No, you can't force.
Even force
You
your
can't
children.
force anybody. You can't force your children. But parenting never ends. As I am now in Yoruba land, I have Alafisun. I have
What
people.
is Alafisu?
Go and check your dictionary. I have people who can still call me to say, "Hey, Jimmy, no, you can't do this."
Yeah, but then you can say
But
no.
they can't force you. Yes,
yeah.
I don't. No. Yeah, I think the import of what I'm saying is not lost on you. You just want to have an argument with me. It's not lost on you. You especially, you. You know, I know you very well. I know you very, very well.
I will keep my comments.
You keep your comments. I know you very well, I'm not threatening you. Okay, Funka, we've done this before, Abby.
Yes, I have.
About once or twice?
Yes.
In the past. So you know about Bunmi.
Yes.
But for those who don't know, a Bunmi is an agony aunt, been at it for 40 years and so on and so forth. So what we do is we read the messages that are sent to her and then we comment on it. Let me read all the headlines
Okay.
so you can choose one.
Right.
Did he ever care about our marriage? Older women could be amazing. I'm going to take you up on that.
Oh, wow.
Why is he so nasty to me when we go out? I'm tempted to forward a video to his wife. I think I've seen something like this before. Can I get... Oh, this one is a female matter who wants to get... She's had children, and she wants to get the flip-flops back in shape. So let's go to older women are amazing. That's what I'm going to start with. And this is a letter written by Alan. Sheriff is laughing. He's having fun. And he says that I recently had an affair with a woman who was 11 years older than me. And it was the best night of my life. She was amazing. And so he goes into all the details, which I don't want to bore you with. But he says that he is wondering whether older women, make better lovers than younger women. You wouldn't know you're a woman.
I'm married, so I don't know about lovers and anything.
But aren't you in love with your husband? When you say I'm married,
Yes,
you make it
but
look as if it's a dead end.
I'm not an older woman to my husband, and you know that very well.
I don't know that too. I don't know you're not.
You say you know me very well. So
I don't know. Please.
Throw that back at you.
Count me out of that. I think it's Sheriff who should have asked this question. But even he cannot answer it in truth because he But I think that what it is really is that, of course, they are more matured and they probably would be more, I don't know, years of experience. You can't rule that out.
It goes for both genders. I don't think it's anything to do with an older woman.
You think older men too are better?
Yes, in relationship, I think experience of life makes you
Makes you.
a bit more, better.
Your husband is an old man, so you should know.
I'm an old woman as well.
Yes, you two geriatrics.
But I'm,
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
I'm,
but-
I'm a young girl, really, really, really.
Not to your husband though.
I am to him.
Did he tell you that? Did you believe him?
Yes, I did.
Don't worry. He was trying to get something from you. So you actually. But is it true that when couples live together for a very, very long time, after a while, all those things don't matter? It just almost becomes like brother and sister.
All those things. What things?
The romantic things that sometimes they don't matter. You just become like brother and sister.
No.
Ah,
They matter.
they matter. Tell me and educate me. I'm completely ignorant about things
Mr.
like this.
Jimi Disu, you are married, so you know.
I don't know. You tell me. I'm naive.
All right.
Okay, all right. We'll leave that. That can be a bit problematic if we try to go. Zainab, why are you pretending as if you are not interested? You're looking in another direction, but your ears are pointed towards me. Okay, there's this one, Sherifat. Sherifat, I hope I'm doing well. I hope I'm doing well with time. Okay, now this is Sherifat. This is not, I don't think it's a twin sister of Sherif, but Sherifat. And says that I'm a married woman with 3 children. My husband and I get along fine, and the family is happy.
Right.
But whenever we go to parties, my husband often teases me in public. Admittedly, I've put on a bit of weight since I had the kids, but he waits until there's an audience before bragging about what a provider he was. He would draw attention to my weight and my backside, and this always infuriates me. I think I've seen this before, about a year ago. Why does he act this way, and so how can I make him stop? There are some gentlemen who don't know how to behave in public. They make comments about their spouses, about their partners, comments that should be reserved for the private whatever.
I
So
think,
maybe something like you don't need to talk to your friend.
no,
Did you say-
that's not it.
That's not
Is
it.
that can't you see my money on her?
Okay.
When I married her, she was a
was
stingo or
stingo.
something, and now look at her backside. All my money is there, or something like that. So I don't think it's more. I don't think it's a derogatory comment from the way she said it. I think it's a braggadocious comment.
But she doesn't like it.
Yeah,
Because
she doesn't like
She doesn't
it.
like it because she says that, look, she put on weight. Of course, she had children. So she put on weight. When you have children, you put on weight.
You know
And
what
so
to
on and
do
so forth.
about those things. Ignore them.
But sometimes it touches the core.
It's like a bully. I mean, he's silently bullying her because as her husband, he should know that that's an area she's not comfortable with. But if she's spoken to him about it, which she hasn't said she's spoken to him about it, to let him know that, look, I don't like
But she
this
says
area.
that because she says she draws attention to the her weight, that Sherry weight, and also draws to the backside, or what we call the bakasi.
Yes, but as she sat him down to speak
No,
to
she
him about
said
it,
she doesn't know. She doesn't know how to go about it.
Then-
Then there must be a communication problem
breakdown
between
there.
her and the man. Yes.
Yes.
But the guy is a bully.
Yes.
Maybe she can't
I
even
agree
bring it
with
up.
you.
The
I
guy is a
agree with
bully.
you. He's a bully.
Should she write him a note? Send him
No.
an email?
Look for something and get him back.
Look for what and get him
I
back?
can talk about his, long man John being shot in public.
Ha!
When you do that once, he'll know to
And he-
stop.
You're kidding me.
No.
You kill the man. No. If you want to kill a man,
Well, then he should stop.
But why don't you say she should talk to him first? You just went straight for the kill. A tough cookie.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, tough cookie. Oh. I don't envy your husband. So that's where you would go.
No, I will talk to him. We'll have a conversation. I don't like this. Please stop.
But if he doesn't
then
comply,
I will get him back, definitely, to know that pain is reciprocal.
well, I don't know. Let me read a bit of what Bunmi says here. I don't usually like to read her own comments because, of course, then people won't buy the paper. But I don't think she'll mind if I read. She says, it will amuse you to know that teasing is as close as many men can get to a public show of affection. Okay? This may be the case with your husband. She thinks that maybe it's his way of showing affection.
If she doesn't like it, he should stop. That's the bottom line. You don't have affection at the cost of somebody's what's it called?
Maybe
her
to be
confidence.
fair to him, maybe he doesn't even know that. But it must be that the man doesn't understand body language, because surely every time he says things like that, he must see the reaction of his wife.
What's reminding me is, when people are getting married and they say, look, can you see people in our household?
How
They-
robust and
yes,
whatever.
yes. You need to look after. So
You were
this
you were a
is-
thin Lizzie before you got
I'm
married.
still a thin Lizzie.
You're not a thin Lizzie.
I am still a thin Lizzie.
I can't describe how you look now, but you were. I remember when you got married, you were a thin Lizzie. You were
I am still a
you,
thin
you were
Lizzie
like
now.
you were like this, like a rake.
So
But thank God for the Kuyo Rose.
Thank God for them.
I give them credit. Long live the Olori Heavy. Thank God for them.
You say so. He's maybe that is his own sense of accomplishment.
Of accomplishment, yes.
I have looked after my wife, so I must parade her in public. Unfortunately, she doesn't like it. So there are two ways she can either ignore it, or there are three ways: ignore it, communicate to him, or get him back.
Is he getting back? How?
I've already said.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Please don't repeat that again. Okay, now it's Dear Bunmi today. It's Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN. And, of course, this is Nigeria Info 99.3. I have Mrs. Funke Kuyoro here, and I'm ably supported by Sharif and Zainab. Just in case I go off the rail, then they can kick me back into line. Okay. Let me tell you the story of Stella.
Okay.
Stella, this is not the Stella I know. Stella sent a note to Dear Bunmi and says that she feels like telling her mother-in-law to get lost.
Wow.
Yeah, she says, my mother-in-law has always interfered in my relationship with her son. That's her husband. Ever since I gave birth to her son 3 years ago, she's become much worse. She criticizes all my choices and says the clothes I buy for my son are cheap and second-hand. Question is it true? We don't know. She's mad that we didn't call the boy the name she gave him, saying the one we call him doesn't reflect the family background. Most times she just walks into our house without informing us and hangs around for as long as she likes. Whenever I mention her attitude to my husband, he just shrugs his shoulders and says his mom means no harm. I'm
can
getting
finish
close
that
to
story.
being... You can finish it. Okay, so what do you think she should be doing? Should she be nasty to the woman?
No, she shouldn't. There are women like that they're just overbearing. Let me put it that way. And I don't know what sort of relationship she had with the woman right from the
That's
start.
that's Stella. What sort of
Yeah,
relationship
she had with her
mother-in-law?
mother-in-law right from start. And I don't know what her age will be. For her to be a mother-in-law is trying to teach an old dog new tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they don't even see what they're doing in terms of interfering. And
Yes,
things
they just
like
think
that.
it's normal.
It's normal. So I think again, there's what we call wisdom in steering her away from
What
that.
should a mother-in-law be doing when she has a son? Your son's prospective girlfriend is probably listening, so the barman, his girlfriend is probably listening. So
I don't think
What-
a woman or a mother-in-law should interfere in
yeah, I think you
In
need to give
any-
them space.
either the woman, her daughter's homes or her son's home. Stay where you are. Stay where you are called to be. Only interfere, not even interfere. Only help when they
When-
ask
For help,
for the
yes.
help. Don't even assume they need help.
Mm-hmm.
Don't assume they need your help. Just, I mean, my children right now, I give them their space, even right now. So for me, it's not a hard thing
Yes.
to not to be overbearing. I think it's a very bad thing to have
But
overbearing
don't you think
in-laws.
that sometimes these things do happen if the mother-in-law herself is either not married or has a problem with her marriage and therefore has the time? Because if she's happily married, she probably won't have the emotional
No, I don't.
time.
I don't agree.
don't
with
agree with
you. No, I don't. I think it's just a personality issue.
Hmm.
Whether she's happily married or she's not happily married, or not whether she's happily married or not happily married doesn't give her the excuse to be, meddlesome in her children's life. So I don't agree with that.
Okay. Well, I need to take a commercial break, and let me quickly. This thing is, let me confess, it's automated, so it does come. It's been giving me a headache all morning. It's automated. So if I don't take that break now, it could come up once in the middle of a sentence, and you'll be wondering what happened. You'll be wondering what button did I press, or what button did Sherry press, or Zainab, or whatever. So we'll take a short commercial break. You know about commercial breaks, don't you?
Yes.
That's what That's where
that's what pays.
the old bed that you get as a baboko. That's where it comes from. We'll take a short break and then we'll be right back.
My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Disu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Not virus. Visit ME. My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Disu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Spread the message, not the virus. Visit wearit4.me.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, you welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. I'll get the hang of this thing pretty soon. Don't worry. Right, Mrs. Funka Kuyoro is here, looking slightly harassed. Your hair's gone grey all of a sudden. You're wondering what next I'm going to talk about. So we were talking about this mother-in-law. I think we should just. I think what is most important is both mother and fathers-in-law should learn to leave children to live their lives.
Give them your space.
Give them their space, much as you love them, you love your grandchildren, and so on and so forth. Remember, your own days of parenting are virtually almost over, and go find something else to do.
Exactly. Go and find the charities to support.
Yeah, but it's just that in these current times, I find that for some funny reason, I don't know whether it's a sign of the times, parenting doesn't really completely end, because even the kids come back to you.
Yeah, if they come back to
you,
you, that's a different
It's a different ball game.
Yes.
If they come back to you. I have a story here from a lady called Anna. And the headline of that story is, I'm tempted to forward our video to his wife.
Wow.
And she says, I'm fed up to the teeth with my boyfriend's unreasonable behavior. And she says, I think I've done this before, but we'll do it again. I knew he was married when we met, and all I wanted was a fair share of his time, not married, meaning that she wanted the wife not to get up from the seat, but just to move a bit. This is direct translation from Yoruba. Anyway, he says that instead, all I get are snatched moments with him, all the time telling me he had to lie to his wife to be with me. She should have known that would happen. This has really pissed me off. He always tells me he loves me, but I suspect he tells me so that he can get me into bed and so on and so forth. Unknown to him, guys out there, you better be careful. It's because according to what Anna says, unknown to him, I once used my phone to record us whilst we were at it. Why are you nodding? If I forward this to his wife, she's bound to hit the roof and maybe end the marriage. This way, he would have more time for me. Or what do you think? He won't have more time for her. He probably shoot her.
She needs to be put on a this thing and given 12 strokes of the cane.
Do you think, to be honest with you, there are mental challenges that are making the rounds. This might jolly well be one of them. Because the first question you ask yourself is, why would you film it anyway? For what purpose were you doing that?
In the first instance.
In the first instance.
Why are you going out with a married man in the second instance?
Is that a sin?
No, it is a sin, yes. Because the Bible says you should not commit adultery.
Is it adultery for a woman to go out with a married man?
Yes.
Really? I didn't know.
For the man, it's adultery. For her, it's fornication.
Why is it different from the man and what's the difference between fornication and adultery?
Maybe she's single. So if she's single and sleeping with a man, or she's unmarried and sleeping with a man, she's fornication.
Wait a minute.
And for the man, it's adultery.
Okay. So she's committing fornication and the man is committing adultery.
Yes.
Is that a sin?
Yes.
Then a lot of Nigerian men are sinners. Do you know any Nigerian man who doesn't have a babe?
I'm not a man, so I don't know.
Sheriff.
And neither am I a private detective.
No, Sheriff will claim not to have because he's a Muslim. He can have 4 wives. So Sheriff is adequately covered. But so you don't know any married man at all that doesn't have a babe?
I don't know a man that has a babe either.
Okay, hey, if you don't I will catch you. If you don't know a man that has a babe, you don't know one that doesn't have?
Either
you don't.
No, I don't know. Yes, I don't know any of them.
Oh. Okay, okay. Anyway, so.
But seriously, I mean,
yes.
let's go to the serious bit.
Yes.
You're going out with a married man. What do you expect? I don't know what the man will have told her and why she's in a fool's paradise to think the man will spend more time with her than with the family.
Because he's made it very clear that he says he always tells me he loves me, but
he's a fool.
Yes, that every time he doesn't want his wife to know, and so on and so forth. So, are you saying that the man is just having fun?
Exactly, he is having fun. She should just walk her away.
What do you think would happen if the woman makes good her threat and sends a video to the man's wife? Do you think the man's wife will leave him if he sees the video?
Well, I don't know the man's wife. Some women,
I know you don't, but
what I'm saying, I don't know her. Some women would deal with it, kill the girl,
kill the girl,
or maim her,
with the trumapo,
or leave their husband. Or not leave their husband.
Do you think it would make sense to end your marriage because of a video of your husband with another woman?
No.
Okay. So, in any case, the beauty of it, the beauty of that video is that if you keep it in a safe, you can always bring it out to hunt the guy regularly. And say, if you don't behave yourself, the whole world will see this video.
But all those blackmails and cheap threats, even either from the girl's angle or from the wife's angle, doesn't make any sense. Really and truly. Unfortunately, the man has gotten himself
entangled in a bad situation.
Yes.
But most Nigerian women have a very liberal mind towards their husbands having a babe, don't you think? Unlike with the Western world, there's complete intolerance for that. But
the present generation, our own generation would be, your husband has a girlfriend. Did he beat you? Did he do this?
Yeah, does he give you food money?
But the younger generations, the generation of our children, now are more intolerant.
I think they become more westernized, if you ask me.
Yes, I agree with
you. Now,
you.
do you agree with the thought that says that the average African, in any case, is polygamous by nature?
No.
Do you believe that?
No.
I think so.
African men or African
let's
men
say
or women?
Nigerian men. Let's even look at it. I believe that we'd have a better society if we all are open about polygamy. Okay, and rather than the hide and seek that a lot of guys play. I mean,
There are men that start off a marriage with the intention of having multiple wives, not girlfriends,
wives.
wives.
Yes.
There are some men now like that. They marry the first wife, and as soon as she's settled, they start hunting for the second one.
Yeah.
And as soon as the second one is in, they start hunting for the
for
third one. You know, those sort of people, they don't hide it.
Or they make it known from the onset.
Maybe yes. This is the family I come from, or this is my religious persuasion. I'm going to marry more than one wife. You know what amazes me is when a second wife starts throwing tantrums. When
the third wife is coming in.
That's what
Yeah.
amazes me. So
I think everybody, I mean, generally, women are territorial.
yes,
Very territorial.
Yes.
Even
yes, I
when
agree with
even
you.
when they're in a polygamous setting that they agreed to, they are still territorial.
Then the man who is doing that must make sure that he gives everyone their own territory.
What do you mean? What do you
Don't
mean?
lump all of them together in one place.
Or have them in different homes.
Yes.
Like if you live in a Kenya, you can have one in. Let me look for the farthest place of it.
And then the first wife must be moving forward to better environment. You can't have your first wife living in Idimu or in Akonwojo or in
And then the
Okuoba.
second wife is
He's
living in
Lekki.
Oniru.
So you move them up to. I mean, I've seen multiple polygamous men manage their homes well, and I've
Yeah.
seen ones that have just destroyed everything that comes their path.
What can compensate a woman if she's married to a guy and years later he acquires a second wife? What can provide comfort for such a woman if she never bargained for it?
Well, she can face her children, especially if her children are doing well.
Doing well.
Yes, and sort of just zero her focus on that.
Mm.
Or the man, I don't know, some women will take it if the man was a very rich man and he provides all the comforts and then gives her attention.
So
because
it's all about money.
it's not only money, attention as well. A woman scorned. How do you scorn a woman? Just put her in one corner there and don't look at
And
her
ignore
again.
her, yeah.
Yes.
Because the truth is, you can throw all the money at her, but the truth is, if you don't give attention, and that's why you find, when you do find some very rich women involved in relationships with, and you ask them, what brought you to all this? You have everything you need. You have your cars, you have your
Attention.
attention. I think attention is very important to women.
Yes. And
How
to
do you give a
men,
woman? No, I don't want. Sometimes some attention can itself become a bother. I think it varies from. I think for men, sometimes too much of attention sometimes can become a big bother. Sometimes you just want to be left alone. But that's a story for another day, Jerry. But how do you so attention for a woman? You make sure you see what she wears is okay. You give time to talk to her, have quiet moments with her, and so on and so forth. Okay. Right. Did you want to say something?
Attention is good.
I'm going to throw this guy under the bus now. Sheriff, how many wives do you have?
One.
How many wives do you hope to have?
I'm not going to put that on mic.
You know that in journalism, no comment is one of the best answers you can get from a guest.
Yes.
So when a guy says that, I say, how many do you want to have in future? When he says, I'm not going to put that on the mic, what does that tell you? What do you read from what he says?
Nothing.
That tells you
Are you
that,
asking me?
Yeah, you can do 50-50, call a friend or ask the audience. But that tells you that everything is 50-50.
Yes.
You can go-
Life is all about possibilities.
What if your husband turned up with another woman?
In my home?
Yes.
Not in my home.
You're a tough cookie, though. I don't even think. I think I take back that question because I don't think he would even try it. You're a tough cookie. I know you very well.
You
Yeah,
keep
tough.
saying that.
I know you're a tough cookie. You're a tough cookie. You can stand your own. any day. You're a tough cookie. I admire you for that. Yeah, did he ever care about our marriage? This is Bilkis. I thought Bilkis was a female name.
Yes.
Oh, did he ever care? Yes, sir. Okay, Jimi says my husband, so it can't be my man. My husband gets a load of kicks from flirting with other women. For the 8 years we've been married, I've watched him chat up women and had countless nights anxiously waiting for him to come home from his night crawling.
Oh, gosh.
Why did you say gosh?
The story
Sorry, it's getting gory. Yeah.
No, it's not getting gory. It's not news. Really.
It's not. Okay, watch yourself. Now, after his laughter affair, where his latest girlfriend insulted me to my face in his presence, I've decided I can no longer live with him. When I told him I wanted out of the marriage, he said that suited him fine, and he was thinking of going abroad to work, so he never really liked her in the first instance. That's what it means. This would mean our 2 children might not even see him. It's hell being with a man who can't stay faithful. But if I end our marriage, my children will lose their father. What should I do? You should have thought of what you would do before.
Why will the children lose their fathers? I don't understand.
Well, the guy says that she's
He's
threatened
going abroad.
him. Yeah, and the guy says, fine, I'm going abroad. And she knows. I think what it is that she knows
He will still go abroad anyway.
No, I think the thinking is either there's a woman he's involved with there, or that he jolly well knows that it won't take him time. As soon as he lands, puts his suitcase down like this, bam, within 24 hours, he'll find himself a partner. There are men like that.
He will still go abroad, whether he's married to her or not. The way he's voiced it. So I think their home is already broken up.
And
she's not accepting.
Do you know that he could jolly well be flirting because he doesn't find love and succor with the woman?
I mean, I know they that one. No,
I said it could happen. I'm not talking. I'm talking about Bilkis. I mean, for crying out loud.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't know what has gone on in their home, really. So we cannot. Neither
do you. So
we cannot make judgments.
Why did you say you don't know that one? It could be that he doesn't like the woman anymore.
Of course.
You can like a woman yesterday and not like her today.
He doesn't like her, obviously. If he's not trying to.
Zainab is upset.
If he's not trying to fight for his home.
Yes.
But telling her to her face that fine, go. I'm going abroad anyway.
Oh, yeah, he used the word anyway.
So,
Did he say that? I told him I wanted... No, he said, when I told him I wanted out of the marriage, he said that suited him fine.
Exactly.
And that he was thinking of going abroad to work.
Exactly.
So he wants to leave her.
Just add that anyway to it.
You added it. And I caught on. I didn't know that you were playing the trick. What is Ojoro? This is Ojoro. We have a caller. Okay. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Jimmy D.
Morning.
Good evening, good morning. Nice everything.
Fine, thank you. Who's calling?
Yeah, Ezekiel. I'm calling from Ekpe, Lagos State.
I call from Ekpe. How is our guy there? Is he fine?
Who is your guy?
No, you don't know. Don't worry. Let's go on.
My take on this issue is very simple.
Yes.
You see, for me, I've come to see that when a woman lost a sense of dignity, she becomes valueless. I'm telling you. You see, I've come to say this, and I've come to believe that when you know that value matters in everything, you always stand at the point of placing value on yourself and not another person placing value on you. It is when you first done it yourself, then the person, another person can now see it. And why do we go to market? It's not because of the fact that we know that there is something we needed to get into our tummy. That's why we go to market every day.
Yes.
So in that case, I've come to discover that when women have lost that sense of dignity, that's when they will believe that a man is all what they need, not seeing it beyond. It's like what happens to Adam. If Adam has seen God as being all superior, as in God can give him more than Eve, he wouldn't have subjected or truncated his destiny with Eve.
This, when your story now has gone into Adam and Eve matter, I beg to buy out. I beg to buy out of this. I don't know about this Adam and Eve thingy. Is that story right? That it was Eve that tempted Adam?
That's what the Bible says.
So the Bible, that means that the Bible is warning us men to be very careful of you females. Yes. Yes. That's implication.
No,
yes.
that's not the implication.
Don't look at me, look in the other direction. Don't we need to be absolutely careful of you women. If it wasn't for a woman now, do you know where Adam would have been? You, myself, Sheriff, all of us men, maybe we would have lived forever. It is you women. It is you women. It is you women.
Eve did not tempt Adam. She just gave him what Satan gave him. And he, unfortunately...
Don't point your finger in another direction, please. You can point it at Philip. I'm not playing with any woman again. Yeah. If it wasn't, imagine how the world would have been without Eve.
No, Adam would have been tempted by Satan himself directly. And he would have...
What Adam? Why did Satan, you know Satan. By the way, you are a Pentecostal. Every time you throw Satan in the bottomless pit, then he rises again. How can you explain that?
He's not been thrown into the bottomless pit.
You always throw him.
He's still roaming around, seeking whom to devour, and I hope you are not one of them.
God forbid. Neither will I allow any woman come near me, because you don't know. I said that includes you. Just keep your distance. Okay, I think we have time for. This one I don't know about this one. Auntie Bunmi, why would she put this on her page now? Eh? This is about Franca. Franca is only 28, and she had her first child. And to her horror, let me put it in the most polite manner I can put it. To her horror, she suddenly realized that her body templates. That's the most nice way I can put it. Changed after the first child. Do you understand what I'm saying? She had her first child. She found herself with 2 flip-flops instead of what she had before. And that the husband, who says my husband noticed it, but the husband who couldn't take his eyes off, you know what it is, and what was almost competing with the baby. With the baby takes one, husband takes one. The husband has now noticed and is now complaining. And that she's now very, very desperate to get them back into shape, and she's asking, should she do plastic surgery? From a man's perspective, maybe now is the time to talk to us men, that for me there is, in the body of a woman, there is something called the joy of motherhood. So if the body changes, I think it changes for the good. You do see women who are very, very sensitive about their bodies. Since I had the children, and I tell them, look, what you have there is the joy of motherhood. You don't need to kill yourself.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
and it goes back to the last caller, what he says. You must always find, you must approve of yourself before anybody can approve you.
But what does he do now? The husband is complaining. He's taking his mouth off whatever it is, and he's complaining, and she's now thinking of doing plastic surgery.
I'm sorry, the husband is an idiot.
Now, I mean, don't have to,
no.
But this is what I say to people: do not do any form of surgery unless your life depends on it.
Exactly.
I don't believe in plastic.
For what?
All this.
If she does plastic surgery and she firms up her boobs or whatever it is, and in 2 years or 3 years, then the thing falls.
She'll do another plastic surgery.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but that's the good part. The bad part is that what if she does plastic surgery
and dies?
And that is when she's gone. what if she does plastic surgery and it comes out worse?
Exactly. So she's looking for approval from other people. Find your approval from yourself. It's like a woman having a baby and then she blows up.
Yes.
There are some women that they won't eat anything. They will just blow up.
Yes.
And there's no form of exercise or diet they can do. They will never come back to what the husband saw before he married her. But I've seen women who've taken up that and make a better person of themselves. That suddenly her weight is no longer an issue.
Well, I think it's like the last caller said. Women must learn. I mean, men too must learn to take confidence
In themselves.
in themselves. I mean, try and
Yes.
keep as fit as you can.
Exactly.
And whatever. But at the end of the day, there's somebody out there who likes you the way you are. If your wife doesn't like you the way you are, after a while she can jolly well take a walk. Somebody else will take you the way you are. No, it's true. I'm not going to kill myself for anybody. No, I'm not going to do that. If you're with me, you don't like the way I am. I mean, there are some changes one can make. Oh, I don't like the way you sleep, you drink too much. I'm fine. But
something that you have no control over.
Why would you want to do a plastic surgery? She should buy a feeding bottle for the guy. There are some feeding bottles now that they
look like
you should go to Ansomas in the UK. They have some feeding bottles. You can buy one and throw it at him, and he can enjoy himself with that. Okay, that's as far as Jimi goes. I think that's where we would kill it for now. Do you have any message for the young people of Ogun?
You're still going back to Ogun State?
I'm going back because you see the implications are far-reaching. I don't want our youth. I don't want to take their minds off the ball, the real ball. I believe that our politicians just think of votes, popular. I want to be popular with the youth. You see them doing things. There's nothing wrong in going for Big Brother. Absolutely nothing wrong. But those ones happen 1 in a million. And I don't think it's enough to be an ambassador and a role model. I think we need to
I don't even understand what the role model is.
I don't understand it myself. If that is his role model, then I mean, hey, there's a problem somewhere. If he considers that a role model, then there's a problem somewhere. But I know the game that our politicians play. Most of them do it. And what they do is actually unfair. Because they are putting this youth in the wrong direction, okay, just so that you can be popular amongst them, knowing fully well that you've not made the proper provisions for them. And they go to the social media now. I'm sure they're spending time talking about how you and I are running the guy. We didn't run anybody down, you understand? But that's what they'll be saying. But there is no easy money anywhere. There is no shortcut. You must have a target in life that you want to achieve. And betting is not one of them because that's what it is. Okay? So, when you go back home, tell your people, Ogun State. And tell, it's true. And I think the same also applies to some of these other governors too, like my good friend Akeredolu, who refused to shake his deputy at a peace accord. I don't know why he would.
I want to think of you said something. Maybe they've told him that he shouldn't shake him.
Maybe they told him, Excellency, if you've been around politicians, if you are not strong-willed and strong-minded, in fact, the only strong-minded politician I've seen so far, I'm sorry to repeat it over and over again, is this gentleman called Fashola. He's very clear in his mind. Like all these tactics that information people throw at governors to see to make you popular, he never fell for any. His commissioner of information had a dull day. He never fell for. Somebody must have told him, Excellency, you should call this boy that won this thing. Let us make him an ambassador. This, that. You give the guy 5 billion. Maybe somebody's gone behind the guy to collect 1 out of the 5. Who knows? That's the way it works in politics. But that's a story for another day. Thank you very much, Mrs. Funkakuyoro.
Thank you.
I had fun with you as usual. As usual. Did you?
I didn't allow you to throw me under the bus.
No, I was even feeling sorry for you because I don't know. I don't know if you are kind enough to bring your usual peace offering. You came empty-handed. Papa Onidje. That's why we'll end it for today. Tomorrow is another day with Daily Digest. Tomorrow we are going to look at the issues of the day. So we'll all look at it. And then on Friday, we're going to have the 16-year-old lady who says and is clear in her mind that she wants to sew. And she's even sent me photographs of what she has sewn. And she says she wants to be a seamstress. They call her the Dangote of her house. 16. Sews now commercially. So we
She
will,
should be the ambassador.
she should be the ambassador. Thank you very much. Very clear-minded. And then on Saturday, I'm going to have Mrs. Yetunde Fawemi. She's a lawyer. She specializes in wills. Now, the reason why you're not having the gentleman who said he wanted to be governor of Lagos and I invited and he had agreed is because hours after he agreed, we sent the promo out. He sent a very quick message to me to tell me that, can we please cancel the interview? He didn't give me the reason and I didn't ask him why. But he's cancelled. That's the gentleman who left the APC, Abdul Latif. You know, he suddenly called back to say, no, please, he doesn't want that interview. We should keep it. I said, okay, fair enough. I didn't ask further than that, and I don't intend to ask further than that. So that's where we'll end it today. Thank you very much, Mrs. Kuyoro. Sheriff, thank you very much for standing by, being near me, putting a bridge between myself and Zainab. But you should remember, Zainab is sitting next to you. You should remember what happened to Adam. Philip, thank you very much, for also being here. We'll be back same time tomorrow, God willing.